¿Qué pasa, familia de dinero? I'm your host, Hatcher, a truck driver on a detour towards wealth, and I hope that you join us on the journey. And we are back with another round of fantasy penny stock football. Did you have a great week? Let me know in the comments down below which one was your biggest winner and your biggest losers. We're going to go over what I had predicted last week. And if you're unfamiliar with penny stock football, don't worry, we'll go over that. I want to say last week we were celebrating 500 subscribers, and now we're at 600. Thank you so much, Familia de Dinero. We are moving at a fast rate, and it couldn't be possible of the new subscribers and old. Here's a round of applause to you. Will we see that 1000 by January 1st? I don't know. I'm not going to set that expectation, but if you're new to the channel, I want to say a huge shout out to you. But you don't have to like, you don't have to comment, and you don't have to like the video. Hopefully you obtain the information that you get in here. We like to do a fun and kind of unique way of keeping track of penny stocks, and it's a diagram that I created, fantasy penny stock football. And I'm not a crystal ball, nor am I a financial advisor, but it's a good way to keep track of your biggest winners and your biggest losers. With that being said, we have plenty to go over, so let's see what my prediction was last week. Let's head on over. Okay, so just to go over the positions real quick, if you're unfamiliar with penny stock football, we have the top being our receiver, top receiver, then we have our bottom receiver, and then we have in the middle running back. We have tight end over here, and then quarterback. So that's what each of these blocks are. To break down exactly the two positions that are very unique is going to be your tight end and your quarterback. Now these two positions could go up or down according to your prediction. Let me get a little bit tight in there. So it could go up or down like I have for PRZO and HOLO. Other than that, you have to put the three positions in the front that you predict that is going to go up. So you have to be very strategic, and your goal is of course to get 5 touchdowns, or even if you get it right in the back here, if it says, oh hey, I predict HOLO is going to go below this point, and it does, you still get a touchdown even though you don't want it to happen. With that being said, my prediction for RGTI was $4.53 in my receiver position. We have QBTS in the running back at $5.10, and I predicted to go up. DPRO in the other receiving, PRZO in the tight end, and then HOLO as the quarterback. Let's go ahead and see how I matched up and finished last week. So last week it actually had finished up at $1.81. And I put it as a tight end position. I said, hey, it has a chance of going to $1.93 or going down below $1.53. And it actually went down to $1.37. Now, it did catch 2 cents after market or post market. I'm not concerned about that. More so, I'm looking at the closing price or even the post market price. But either way, it did go below, even though it's not exactly where I would like it to be. It is still considered a touchdown, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. It is a touchdown. We got 1 out of 0 right now. So why is aerospace technologies stock flying higher today? That is the last news on November 29th, so no real new news for PRZO. I will let you guys know this is going to be my last week with PRZO. It did hit a stop loss. And so I took my profit and put it somewhere else. I do not right now like the movement of PRZO. So just to let you know, this is going to be the last week. If it doesn't go above my or close to my prediction, I will be cutting it from the team, just to let you guys know. We have next D-Wave Quantum. So if we look at D-Wave Quantum, we have $5.10 is where it finished up last week. I said, hey, it's gonna go up, right, to $5.35. It did not. It tried to, but it did not, and unfortunately it did not perform too well over the week. Overall, it stayed pretty normal. You could have caught the dip at $3.91, and to grow that much in just 5 days is pretty exponential. I did hit a stop loss with this too. Is it on my chopping block? No, it's not. So When it comes down to news, this came out. D-Wave announced the successful completion of $175 million at the market equity offerings. The negatives of that is dilution, so take that into consideration. It's not my chopping block, but it is something to be mindful for. I did not get that right, so it's going to be a... Hold on.
Boo, you stink!
It's a boo you stink moment. Boo you stink. It didn't do good. We also have Dragonfly next. So Dragonfly is going to be in my receiver position. I said, hey man, I believe this is going to go past $4.03. And it actually proved me way right. It went up 12% on one day. So had you caught the dip, I think the dip was what, starting at like $3.90. I think it went below that, but $3.90 at one point. It finished up $3.77. So I'm really happy with DPRO, Dragonfly Inc. So that is a touchdown, baby. That is a touchdown. When it comes down to news, unfortunately, we don't have any. This is the same thing that we went over last week, but let's go ahead and move on to our next player. Microcloud Hologram. I can't tell you. I don't know what's going on. It went down another 5%. If we look at the week, I think it went down way beyond 5%. Yep, 28% on the week. So some people said they are trying to make day trade moves on HOLO. I don't know. But when it comes down to it, I put it in my quarterback position. I said, hey, it could go up to $1.78 or it could go down to $1.67. It proved me completely right that I chose the right position, went beyond $1.67, and it's $1.42. And so... Oh, snap. Yeah, it is a touchdown. I got so scared. I said, wait a second. But yeah, it is a touchdown. I was correct. No news. Same old, no news. Now, I know a lot of you guys are waiting for the Rigetti. This is my baby. Now, HOLO, it'll never get off the team just because it is a constant reminder of one of my biggest mess ups, but I have definitely mitigated my losses. And so now I'm very, very attentive. That's why I said, like, PRZO, if it don't act right this week, it's off. And you can't hold out. And I might hold like very small amount of shares. Take profit, set your stop loss, take profit. Rigetti Computing. I put it as my top position. So this is my top receiving position is going to be there. And it was at $4.53 last week. I said it'll go up to $5.01. Bro, this thing went to $7.16. Can we get a touchdown? And I think that's so I was right about Rigetti. I was wrong about QBTS. So that's one. I was right about DPRO. I was right about PR. So I missed one. So 4 for 1, and on the year it's up 628%. I wish I got it down here. I got it somewhere near the, so I think I can't remember, but I wish I had it at this, man. I wish I had it at this. Look at that flat line this whole entire year, and then boom, I got it when I got it. It's a nice. Who knows? We could see a huge, like, man. Some people would think $45. That's for me to talk about in a different video. So with that being said, let's head on over back to what should our news price point be for these stocks this week. Let's get it. All right, so PRZO, this is going to be our first one, and it finished at $1. I'll go with the post-market close, so from 7:59 p.m. and I'll do that one from now on. So it's going to be $1.39 that it closed at. Oh, what am I doing? I put it right there. Hold on. Got to write the ticker first. Come on. PRZO. And ticker PRZO. And then it finished at $1.37. So I put it in my tight end position. I don't really expect a huge movement from it. Like I said, this week is a chopping block week for PRZO. I might have to drop it and move on, take profit. And if it ever explodes, that's the thing about it. If this, like, just like a player in the NFL, if the player proves to really put in some work, I'll keep it on my radar. I'll put it as an alert, like, hey, it passed your price. But other than that, again, I'm in the business of making money when it comes down to the stock market. I'm done working off of hope. I think this is one of my best kind of things that I made for myself. And then I decided to, create a series out of it, which is Fantasy Penny Stock Football. But if I had to look at a price point of it going up, I would say that we hit, let me see, if I look at the 5-day, let's go ahead. That's why I have this up here for you guys. So if we look at a 5-day analytically, $1.80 is where we started. We did a large dip, and it's just been dipping, building up. If it goes up, I say that we might get to, I said we get to $1.49. Just looking at the, I had to make sure the pen, sometimes it wants to work so smooth. One day I'll get an iPad. And there's a lot of things that I want to do here on the channel. But of course, it takes capital, and I one day, you don't have to do everything all at once. You build and you see your growth over time. But if it falls back, like I said, tight ends, one of the two positions that you could put down. I see it going, we'll make this red too. I see it going down to the $1. This is gonna be a new low for overall, because I think if we lose, there's been a lot of, this chart just shows me this was more so algorithmic trading. So if we go down, I say we go down to $1.25. At that point, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. No, that's like a skip. We'll go ahead and hit it with the X. We're gonna hit it with the X with this one. And what that means is, if we hit it with the X, that means it's out. You're out. That stock is out. No mercy. Okay. Next stock that we have on there is going to be D-Wave Quantum. So D-Wave Quantum finished at 5, and I can't put it in my quarterback position. I think some of you guys know quarterback position. I think a lot of the positions are going to be the same this week. So with D-Wave, we have QBTS. This has to go up on the week, or I'm completely wrong. And I just learned that a lot of, man, what in the world? They want to pick up. Can you make the, okay. So we're just going to do that then. Okay, that's fine. Finish up the week at $4.98. I don't know what the heck is going on. There we go. Sometimes you gotta be a little nice. It's trying to pick up that it's a word. It's not a word. Just I don't know. Sometimes I don't like when iPhone updates so much. It's like, man, I was okay with what I had, man, and not everything needs a constant update. I remember when iPhone, like, you would anticipate, and like when your iPhone or iPod would get an update, you're like, oh, but now it's like, hey, every day new update. If we look at the 5-day, it started off the week at what, $4.96. It did a huge dip midweek, then goes back up. Man, that's tricky. And if I had to say, if it goes up, let me see, let me do the 1 month. So it retested 510, and this is, I say 505. Oh, what the heck? I put the wrong thing for those. Sorry about that, guys. For 498. So if it does go up, I do not like how I do that. There we go. So if it does go up, I say 505, because it'll test 510 again. So 505. So that's my not too big. I might be scouting for some other players, maybe take profit here or something, because I don't know, a lot of them are not having the news I want. Okay, so what we have now, we have Dragonfly, one of the ones I like, one of them I like. So Dragonfly, I'm gonna put it in my bottom receiver. It's not my big player, but it definitely has moves. It can move, and it went up 12% on the day. So it's all about entry and when to buy. And I keep doing it this week. What am I doing? But DPRO. I definitely have to say $4.49. I forgot what I was saying, so we're gonna move on from that. But I was so concerned about like trying to figure out why am I keep on putting the price up on there. But $4.49, it added additional 3%. Oh, I was saying that a lot of the pattern that I'm seeing is like leading up to open, 9:30 open, market open, then it dips. So when I do see a potential pattern of where you can rinse and repeat with your earnings, and you just got to be very careful when I have to say what I have to say when it comes down to, you know, day trading. But I'm more so a swing trader. I try to find these undervalued companies. That's my motive. So if it were to go up, I would say, and I'm gonna replace the color of my big players. I'm gonna say if it were to go up, right, we should go up to, I want a different color. I want a different color. What the heck? Hold on. Let's get some like, yeah. Let's get that. Yeah. Let's stop doing some regular stuff, man. Okay. There we go. Okay, yeah. Oh no, what the no. Alright, there we go. So if I say it goes up $4.49, we might see the $5. And I have some news, guys. I know I'm gonna say $5 even. $5 even. We'll surpass that. I do have to say news about we gotta do this one first before I release the news. Sorry. And this is gonna be your good old HOLO. Concurrently, it sits at $1. That's crazy. A lot of individuals are still bullish about this one, and it falls down 28% on the week. So it's at $1.41 at market. Every time I want to make a 4. Yeah. Oh, so it wants to pick it up as a word. Yeah, it wants to pick it up as a word every time. I don't like that. Before I didn't do this. Why do this? Why do that? I don't know. That did not look like an arrow. We'll work with it. If it were to go up, we'll go ahead and place it to go up to... Oh, shoot. What was it last week? Oh, it was $2. Wow, it fell down bad this week. Oh, man. I say $1.60. Let's get close. $1.60. And if it were to fall, this might not be a good week, guys. Or I think, like, oh snap, my pen went out. I have to say that if you hold a lot of HOLO, I mean, you're definitely banking on the fact that, hey, you hold the position. But that's bad. From $2 to, I might have to go drastic on this because I kind of want to lose. I don't want to get a touchdown on this. I say we go to 99 cents, man. That's bad. If we go to 99 cents, that is not a good territory to be in. Now, this is going to be the last week, is no longer considered In my book, a penny stock, I mean, it's still not, it has to hold above $5 for a certain time period. But when it comes down to the rules here, it is no longer $5, and it's going to be sad. I feel like they're moving on. It's been a teammate that we saw be definitely considered a penny stock, and that's RGTI. And concurrently, sorry, hit the mic, it's at $7.16. And you know what? I'm gonna be a little crazy, man. I'm gonna get a little crazy, and I'm gonna say it goes to $8, man. Oh, what in the world? It's like it has it. Dead screen, like dead something. I say it goes to $8. Okay, so let's do our recap. I'm gonna close out this, save it before it'll close on me. But let's do our recap. Okay, so our biggest mover for the week, RGTI, we have it at concurrently $7.16. It to go up to $8. Very quite big bullish move right there. PRZO, I said, hey, you know, it could go up to $1.49. I would not be happy even if it gets to that. But if it goes down to my target of $1.25, I will be hitting it with the X, and it will no longer be a part of the team. We will have a slot open for a new player. HOLO, I said, hey, you know, it's quarterback. It's been the staple of our and start of our fantasy penny stock football team. I said it can possibly go up to $1.60 if it gets a bullish movement, or it might fall all the way down below $1 to 99 cents. At that point, yeah, that's pretty bad. But hey, we're here to see HOLO and see where it goes. QBTS, I said, hey, it's $4.98. I put in my running back position. It can make a small move to $5.05, possibly testing the $5.10 level. If we see a breakthrough above that, there might be bullish movement. And then I already went over RGTI. Finally, we have DPRO at $4.49 and the possibility of seeing $5. So if you guys are doing this, you could go on the Discord, join the Discord. It will soon be closed out. I found out doing a lot of research that, and let's go ahead and talk. Give me a second. So when it comes down to the Discord, I found out that certain individuals will infiltrate it to be the voice or want a platform. And so when it comes down to money, if it was gaming or whatever, I want it to be a space where, of course, we have people that are trying to contribute. Shout out to Matt in the Discord. Shout out to Rusty. Shout out to, if I missed out on your names, I do apologize. Sir, I can't remember. I'm trying to say his name, Sir Terminator. Shout out to everybody in the Discord. But I think that the people that got in, stayed in, they're not going to be, of course, having to pay. But for everybody else, it is going to be something where I'm going to have a cutoff point. I'm not too sure as to when. Back then, I used to say January 1st, but now I'm going to set a point where, hey, I have a routine on Discord. I have a communication right now. I don't have that. But once we establish that, the Discord will be closed, and through Patreon, along with a lot of benefits on Patreon, you'll see. When it comes down to the two people that might be cut from the team, that's RGTI, excuse me, that's not even going to be it. That's actually happening. And then PRZO, which is not performing. It's not a good performer. I think that I squeezed the profit out of it, and there's so much I can stomach as a loss, and I might jump back in it. All I got to do is set an alert, and if it passes my alert, then I might jump back on it and you guys would know. But other than that, it might be scouting season. We have really three strong ones that I'm kind of like, okay, I'm cool with. But when it comes down to, not three strong, we have two strong ones that I'm really cool with. And then not including RGTI, we have Dragonfly, we have D-Wave. Other than that, we have three positions that one is going on to see better pastures. HOLO is HOLO, and then PRZO might get filled. So those are the 3 positions that might be open, and we're coming down to almost the end of fantasy penny stock football. I mean, if we lined it up with you know, football itself in the championship, or I said championship, when it comes down to the Super Bowl, I don't know why, it's been a long day, but when it comes down to the Super Bowl, it's coming up in February, I believe. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch all of you, familia de dinero, in the next one. Peace and adios.